Yeah.
Hi everyone, I am Mahadev Good, lecturer, Department of Botany. Yes, after the lockdown, the remaining 6.1 paper practicals, photograph of instruments. Some instruments are used in the biotechnology and microbiology. Okay, microbiology. Okay, some important instruments are autoclave and fermenter and laminar airflow. These major three instruments are used. The major three instruments are used in experiments in tissue culture method. First one is autoclave. You already known about autoclave. It is one of the most important instrument used for the moist heat sterilization method. It is act as a same as a cooker like. Okay, it's a cooker like process. As it is one of the major instruments used for the sterilization process. As an autoclave, it is an applying. It is a principle of autoclave. It is an applying the pressure and destruction of cell wall of microorganisms. Destruction of cell wall of microorganisms, and as well as coagulating the proteins inside it. Okay, it is a very important and it destruction and destroy the microorganism, the various microorganism and other organisms also. Another one, it is a major instruments for the using sterilization process. Okay, it can sterilize. It can sterilize liquid. Okay, liquid alloys and some solid materials also. Okay, even you are using the petri dish are also sterilized, and other glasswares are also sterilized, like test tubes and another one conical flask, beakers, okay, petri dishes, glasswares. Okay, these are sterilized by using autoclave. It is act as a pressure cooker. Next is strong heat container used for chemical reaction. Okay, this strong container is used as a chemical reaction and other process using high pressure and temperature. High pressure and temperature. Okay, it increases the pressure up to the more than boiling point. It is helpful for the killing and removing the microbes and other alloys are oil material, and another one wastages, accumulations of waste materials on the glasswares, other instruments. Okay, it is one of the instruments used in sterilization process. Okay, next another one is fermenter. Fermenter, it is one of the device used in the fermentation process. We already known about fermentation process. As in this fermenter, a fermenter is an enclosed and sterilized vessel that maintains optimal condition for the growth of microorganism. Optimal condition for the growth of microorganism. Okay, it's helpful for the developing of microorganisms like yeasts and other microorganisms are developed for the fermentation process in fermenter. Next, another one, the microorganisms undergoes the fermentation to produce the large quantities of desired metabolites of commercial uses. For example, in bakers and wine industries, and another one, alcoholic preparations. Okay, methanol preparations. Okay, in this preparation of using the large fermenter containers. Okay, these containers are the helpful for the fermentation process. Okay, it is called one of the heart of the fermenter is in the heart of fermenter industry. Okay, this instrument is in the heart of fermenter industry. Okay, it is a simple explanation about introduction and explanation about fermenter instruments. And other one is LAF. LAF nothing but laminar airflow. In the laminar airflow, you already known about it is one of the equipment. It is one of the larger equipment for a sterile and incubation process. At the incubation process and transferring the tissues and embryo culture, tissue culture process, and another one developing process. Okay, laminar air flow is an produces a filtered, clean and dust-free flow of air in a uniform streamline without turbulence. They discharge high efficiency high efficiency particulate air filtered air. Okay, in this laminar air flow, it is it's contain the major UV light and another one uniformly producing air, and another one clean and dust free chamber. It is a clean and dust free chamber. Before the using of laminar airflow, using sterilized instruments and other ones sterilizing chemicals like acetone and other one spirits is also used for the sterilizing process. Okay, in entry of laminar airflow. First, in the laminar, the blower unit create a suction pressure. Okay, it creates suction pressure through the primary filter. Okay, it destroy and it filter the more than 10 micron length of microbes or dust particles. It controlled by the laminar airflow. And another one, the 0.3 micron size and above the microorganisms and below the microorganisms, some microorganisms and dust particles are also filtered by laminar airflow. It is suitable for introducing the tissues and another one inoculation process, mainly inoculation process and micropropagation process, and another one very important gamete development process. Okay, it is used using instruments in a laboratory, laminar airflow. Okay, it is a completion of the instruments of laboratory. Okay, major instruments: autoclave, fermenter, and laminar airflow. Okay, there is a simple explanation about instruments. Okay, laboratory instruments. Okay, in this laminar airflow, already known, it is a high voltage and bearing large instruments, and it's produces UV lights. Okay, it's helpful for the it's controlling and destroy the other microbes. Okay, more than 10 micron, more than 0.3 micron length of dust and microbes are killed by the laminar airflow by using ultraviolet rays. Okay, these are the process. Okay, these are the instruments used in laboratory. Okay, in plant tissue culture method and biotechnology method. Okay, so these laminar airflow and autoclave and fermenter pictures. That's enough.
It is an autoclave used as an sterilization process. It is an fermenter in fermentation used as a fermentation process. It is an laminar airflow in used in tissue culture method.